If the market has changed, what is the best strategy to build wealth? I don't know, right here, right now in 2025. Is it crypto, or you are looking for the different type of the assets or different type of the products, or maybe you decided to become an infrastructure product and collect a fee from every transaction?
You know, the last time when I was on your podcast, I think it was on your podcast when I said that the best asset in the world isn't crypto or stocks or cash, it's people.
Yeah.
And people is business. So I think that the best asset, and that is something you can control, you can have some impact over and influence. So I still believe that Bitcoin is the soundest asset, and Ethereum as well, for the ecosystem of the entire crypto industry. But overall, I think that outside of the spectrum of long-term investments, the second best is business.
What do you think about the attention economy? Can you explain it, these principles, in a few words? Because you are so influential anyway.
I'm not that
as
influential.
me.
Yeah. I'm not even sure what that is.
Really? Because a lot of people more and more talking about this. It's like now, if you have a lot of, I cannot say followers like Trump, like attention economy. This is the example of the attention economy, where you just tweet something.
Okay, so you mean news-driven price action?
News-driven, yeah.
It's always been like this. Like a lot of people are always saying, now I understand what you mean, but so it's always been like this in terms of the stock market. You know, if they have, even with, I don't know, Elon Musk, if he tweets something about a certain company, the stock will pump.
He tweets so much every day.
Yeah, but I mean, he still has a lot of influence.
Yeah.
It's always been like this for the eternity. I mean, look at what happened with JP Morgan. They paid fines for it. They manipulated the silver market.
Yeah.
For so many years. And they kept even calculating, they got to make much more money on the manipulation or on the fines. But it's therefore, if you call it attention economy, interesting term, I should Google it. Anyway, it's the same thing. So it's just become more vivid with the crypto industry and all the meme coins, which have no value. But I think it brought a lot of new users to crypto, but I don't think it's going to continue for much longer.
Do you trade any meme coins, or you have any portfolio? You do.
Yeah, I mean, in this cascading liquidation event, I lost like $120,000 on Trump coin. So old man owes me a little bit of money now. Just kidding. It was my mistake. But
I get it. So where to invest? In Bitcoin.
Oh, man. I've been a fan of Ethereum for a long time. I know people are hating on it.
Okay.
But honestly, if you look at Solana, same thing, which is kind of a competitor. But there is a reason why we're not building Evadex on Solana. Because, you know, yeah, it's maybe faster and cheaper than, I don't know, Ethereum as a base layer. But at the same time, you know, if Solana dies for 4 days again and Evadex just freezes together with it.
Ah, that's the reason. Wow.
Of course. Yeah, it's not reliable. Solana is great for meme coins. And like, look at all the infrastructurally important projects. They're all
only related to the meme coins. Only.
On Solana, there is maybe 10% of important projects. Everything else is coins. So on Ethereum, on the other hand, there is some coins, but mostly 70% of all the stuff is on Ethereum. Look at stablecoins. They're not on Solana. They're on Ethereum mostly. For this reason, we've chosen Ethereum, well, Arbitrum, which is an L2 of Ethereum, to build our own roll-up. In general, I think that I'm still super mega bullish on ETH, because even if you look at the price action, you will say, what is this? Because honestly, down to 2,000, that's the levels of the bear market almost. Yeah. But I think there is a reason why. I think that some big people just want to buy more. And they've been suppressing it, and you know, that's why it looks horrible, but not financial advice. But I think that once the pump comes, it will be like, hold, you know, because I think that even if you look at the order books, at liquidity, at clusters on Ethereum, it's just abnormal. I'm not even talking about the funding raise.
Yeah, I heard about it. I saw it also.
It's powerful. Like, I mean, 10K easy, maybe even 15, 20K. And I think once they let it go, once the change of hands finishes from the people who are impatient to the people like BlackRock who are going to be holding for the next 20 years.
20 years. Yeah, they can do.
But the question is, how low are we going to go first? That's why not financial advice. But that's my bet. Also, for example, LDO, Lido.
Why it's always grow before the ETH? Usually several hours before the ETH, Lido is going up, but I do not understand the idea of the Lido.
This is what, for example, Donald Trump is using to stake Ethereum. So Lido is just a staking platform where you can just stake Ethereum, basically. If they're going to introduce staking into Ethereum ETF in the United States, imagine what's going to happen. They're going to mostly use Lido, arguably. Because
they need to stake it.
Yes. One of the biggest TVLs of Ethereum is on Lido. And it's been a stable coin for a long time. Like, it's actually, if you look at the price action, it's pretty strong. It has survived the fire, the nails, and everything above. I think that Lido, once they approve the staking for the ETF, And I think that the volumes for Ethereum, at least short-term, will surpass Bitcoin's, because Ethereum, okay, Bitcoin is a store of value, but Ethereum, it's fundamentally important. It's got more utility. It's more deflationary, well, depending on the volume. And most importantly, it pays dividends. Bitcoin doesn't. Ethereum, if you think about S&P 500, US stocks usually have no dividends, or maybe 0.5%, 1%, something very little. That's just the nature of the market. And then there is a deflationary asset that is almost basically capped. And we have important infrastructure products that are going to be possibly used by the United States. And it also gives you 3 to 4% a year. Holy, they're going to absolutely jump on it. And the reason why they didn't is because they didn't approve staking. They had to remove it. But now if you pay attention to details, for example, Kraken recently, well, they removed staking because of SEC. But now even before the approval, they reintroduced it. So, I mean, Kraken is a US platform. They know what's coming. So they will introduce staking into the ETF, and once they do, and they're going to use Lido or a combination of services, something like Lido will do 10x. Like probably in a day, it's going to show 100% stick up. So that's why I'm kind of looking at it, and I've been buying a little bit.
Hey, if you like this video, don't forget to watch a full episode and also check the links in the description below.